Sunrise morning, such a pretty sight. Pink clouds drifting, pushing back the night. Sunrise morning, I predicted rain. Never dreaming the sun would shine again. Last night I couldn't sleep a wink. All I could do was think and wish we'd never said goodbye. At dawn you called me on the phone, said you were coming home, and suddenly I knew, girl, my world begins with you at sunrise. You called me on the phone, said you were coming home, and suddenly I knew, girl, my world begins with you at sunrise. Sunrise morning, I predicted rain. Never, ever dreaming the sun would shine again. So the grass grows greener for you down a nameless avenue. Well, everybody knows that grass never grows in the smoky city air, neath the sun that doesn't care. Come home. Oh, you know you better come home now. Your gypsy jamboree is your sparkling burgundy. Well, everybody knows that grass never grows in a hungry hot dog stand. $50 in your hand, come home. Oh, little girl, come home now. Are you really happy in your nowhere state of mind? Lost in a paper world, a world that's so unkind, where you burn candles
Welcome back, friends, to Roleplaying Unlimited presents Open Table Monday session 15. It's been a while, friends. Good to see y'all again. We are back in full steam ahead mode here, combining all these tables into the ultimate 9-table collaborative plot, otherwise known as the Coalescence. Thank you all so much for being here. I am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian, where the Great Plains begin. Good evening, friends. What's happening?
Hello.
Good evening.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's get back into the action here. I'm not sure what you all are here on. Oh, yeah, this looks like the Wednesday screen I've got you on.
That's the Wednesday group there.
Well, let's shift that
Unless
over
we
to
can raid
here.
their dragon horde without them knowing.
It's possible or impossible, depending on which day you get in there. They're either standing over it, protecting it like Homer Simpson and that mound of sugar, or they've got their backs turned completely like Willow when the brownies stole the baby. Oh, we got a nice, solid 5-player party here, and we are welcoming back Chris from last Tuesday, I do believe. From session, what was that, 18 last Tuesday, or whatever we were playing on Tuesday, but different story entirely now. Refresh me as to where exactly we ended off. I know, like, the kind of chain of events, like we had followed the military transport out there in the forest. We found some stormtroopers, we found some Nexu, and we determined that this base is, in fact, a base of the good, used ironically, Colonel Starr. And our group was kind of confused as to whether this was coincidental, whether we had been sent here intentionally. And the limited interaction direction that we had gotten was basically investigate, check this out. And as far as what we were doing from that moment is kind of where I'm at. Like, were we going to try to put something together before we go in? Were we just going to go in?
I think we're deciding that we're going to go in. Or, no. What we had done was, and yeah, I didn't note that. We were going to set it up so that Mythwolf could join us because they were fixed. Like, didn't we send the shuttle back or something? Or how did we do that for him?
I wasn't here last Monday.
Yeah, I know you weren't here, but we did something that was going to set you up to join us. Logically.
All I remember is blowing a bunch of stuff up.
Oh, that's what it was. There was the cargo transport things. I had taken out the one transport, but the cargo vessels were still intact. And so we were taking that back so that they could load it up or something, I think. So that the crew that remained could load it up with Mythwolf, and then he could join us. And then we went back to the mine, and we're gonna go down. Kind of thinking Mythwolf
Sounds
would
about
catch
right.
up.
Well, it works for me.
I think that's how we played it. Now, it's been 2 weeks.
Looks like Mythwolf's token
Sounds good
is
enough.
perhaps out of date. Seems like a common tale. Yep, indeed.
So would Yordle be dead here too?
Yordle is actually still alive because we are in the past.
I thought we were in the future. We're in the future from Draco Lich, aren't we?
Yeah, we're after the Draco Lich fight, I believe.
Why me?
I need to try to res him if I can, if that's the case.
Past, present, future. I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah, I'll trust y'all here. I'm still trying to wake up. I'm not fucking sleeping these days, so everything is not connecting as well as it should be.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I think we're in the future right now, so Yordle would have been dead for a little bit, unless he had got a revive in between Dracolich and us. But you
Yeah.
also had said the ship was, like, that Meridian wasn't available, not that he was dead, so maybe they were under attack or something, or you just didn't want us to summon them.
Yeah, and you said I could try to res him, but if you want me to just act like he's not here and we haven't resed him yet, that's fine today.
Well, we can certainly attempt to res him. We're just kind of limited with the resources we have in the field because Meridian is still out of it. Our ability to connect to a ship that we can use to freely teleport from base back to field, that has been taken away from us. And that's all thanks to the assembly of motherfuckers over in the Coalescence. Probably their most major strike they've dealt against you all, and most of you don't even know who they are or that they did it. But out of game, start hating these motherfuckers, because they're taking shit away from you, and in game you're not sure why they're doing it or how it's happening. And let's just check out here. We did, in fact, head inside the mines, then, if that's where we're going to pick up here from.
I think so, yeah.
So let's jump over to that map that has been waiting for us since, oh my god, like fucking March. This was planned to be an adventure for Monday Crew a long time ago until brilliant DM that I am took the hint from the party and let them kind of choose which direction we wanted to go, and we wanted to do something a little involved a little subterfuge, maybe a little city crawl, and we got from there into an adventure to rescue a colonel's abducted daughter, and the rest is history, unfortunately. And now we're gonna come full circle back to where we should have been 3-4 months ago. We have here the mine of well, we don't know what it is the mine of. We have found some raw ore and minerals inside some of the containers outside. As far as anything beyond that, we have not spent the days mining and processing to find out just what they have in here. We've not found any data pads or shipment listings that indicate what's in these things entirely. But what we have found is the entrance to the mine, and the tracks do lead us straight ahead. Looks like we've got a lot of support pillars throughout here, so your dynamic lighting might be a little more askew than you're used to. And looks like we've got a couple of passages that kind of jut off the side here. And of course our marching order does not have to have Tuki Tuki in the front if we do not so wish. This is just kind of arbitrarily placed, and assemble yourselves as you will before we officially go crawling through here.
I can kind of have my Raven out in front. Kind of go from, because I assume it's a mine shaft, so there's all sorts of framing. He can kind of just hop down from wall to wall kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Like 15, 20 feet in front of us.
Yes, indeed.
Are we going to try to be silent?
I think that might be a little difficult, as I'm not sure whether it is Theron or Kai who just took 19 points of critical damage from Chad Adair's longbow shot there. He just jumped into the party. He's like, who the fuck are these guys? Ah!
What?
Yeah, I mean, the dice show it. I'm assuming that's a misclick or just a test click. I always like to have fun with those things. But first things first, Chad is a member of the Dragon Lotus crew, so we, like many of our characters who have come and gone over the months, we do know something about him. As far as that level of detail, that will be up to him to describe. But before we roll fully in, let's get a descript here from Dom for his character, please.
Yes, Tuki Tuki is a druid monk, and I believe the only healer currently in the party. I don't know what Chad is, but I think so. But he enjoys just staring up at the sky. Probably is not enjoying being in this close space of the mines. He prefers to be in the open skies and study the stars.
Sweet.
Chad is not a healer and is in desperate need of one.
I was gonna say, Chad is obviously a healer. He just likes to. He is not a hypocritical healer. He imposes the same rules on himself that he puts on everybody else. I will not heal you until you're knocked out because that is what 5e deems optimal. Theron, though, let's hear a bit about your character here, as you are also kind of shunting through a bit of a time warp here.
Well, Theron is an elderly portal. He is monk. He is extremely fast for his age and agile. He was a farmer in his past life and was forced into a life he didn't want to be part of or want anything to do with, and here he is.
Very cool. And up next we have Kai. Tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Just a very quiet woodland elf who's got a nice bow who likes to shoot things.
Including those who crit her in the back for no reason, so watch yourself there, Chad. And Asilatim, riding the lightning as usual. Static.
Yep. So, Philton's well, he's human. Well, he's got really long gray hair, even though he's not old, like Theron. He's got lightning shield kind of going around him, so always a bit of static charge if you're near him. Yeah, standard wizard. So, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, right. I barely ever hit this guy, and then when I do, I'm like 30 damage. He's like, okay, I take 1. Nothing too crazy. He's pretty standard. Your usual wizard would probably take 0.
I almost survived the meteor.
Oh man, yeah.
Had you not countered my counter spell, I could have survived it because I could have used absorb element, but
that reminds me.
Counter spell.
Going back to the Ultra Dracolich page, this may be the smallest needle in the world's largest haystack. If you destroy a Dracolich, their body will reform next to their phylactery in 1-10 days. In one of the Roll20 game pages, I rolled a d10. Not going to tell you which one, what day, where it might be buried. It's in there somewhere. Alrighty, and then, what's that?
I said, oh god, we're all dead.
All of a sudden it's in here with you. Wait a minute! That's the other group's problem. They had twice as many characters. Yes, 10 in-game days. Or 10 out-of-game days, I mean.
Oh.
1 in-game hour, 10 out-of-game days. Same difference. So yeah, let us proceed here. And yes, Theron did have a good question before we got into character intros. Are we trying to shh, be very quiet?
We do know that the mine is occupied. Well, probably not anymore because cat creature things scared most of the miners, but it apparently leads to Star's military complex. And we're to apprehend him. Hopefully he's not wearing his power armor because he thinks he's safe, but he's in there. So we're supposed to infiltrate, apprehend Star if we can, gather whatever data we can, and reconnoiter. Don't know who
You can
uses
apprehend
that
a
word,
dead person,
but
right?
reconnoiter.
So I'm guessing we're going quietly.
All right, I'm
We
gonna go ahead
should.
and I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on everybody then, so you'll get that +10.
Very nice.
Why, thank you.
Question for Chad: would Chad have been on the ship and thus could have taken a long, or not a long rest, but a short rest, and maybe let him roll his hit die before he traveled here with Darren?
We can definitely find an hour to affect that.
Well, I mean, because we had the slow travel with the train, like we walked here or whatever,
Right.
and then he could have theoretically came on the transport with Darren, and
Yeah, exactly.
so he could have maybe had a long rest. I don't know, or short rest, not long rest.
Short rest for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you only need to be doing light activity over one of those hours.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, it's not the Enemir game with the gritty realism where the short rest is 8 hours and the long rest is 7 days.
Yeah. I mean, just so we don't have somebody who's walking around with 14 hit points.
Take the lead!
Thank you for taking mercy on my soul.
So maybe just roll up your hit die.
Oh, yeah. As many as you like. You can roll them one at a time. You can just roll a bunch of them all at once.
Do I
Definitely.
want to use my fighter hit die? Or
Correct.
My rogue hit die?
Oh, yeah. Which one?
Definitely use the fire.
Good call on that.
And as we walk down, I'll have detect magic going.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, I may have been distracted by my daughter. Did Chad introduce himself? Or you just missed it?
Hey, good point
He did
there,
not,
Dom.
actually.
Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself there, buddy?
Hi, I'm Chad. Oh, a little more about me. I'm a battle master archer rogue. I'm ruggedly handsome, like long walks on the beach, drawing hearts in the sand. You play your cards right. Well, I'm gonna stop there.
How come nobody ever likes short walks on the beach? Like, especially on West Coast, like, it's fucking blazing after about 15 minutes or so. Like, just get my ass inside. I'm gonna
Is
take a
it
short
blazing
trot.
or are you?
What's that?
Is it blazing or are you?
Both. I'm always blazed. Like, that's just that's a state of mind, Marcus.
Mind.
Well, all right. Now that we have character intros, and just as a pause, thank God for the players, because yeah, if this were all just run by me and I was writing a novel, it would be the world's worst novel, and nobody would be able to fucking follow it, because I wouldn't be able to connect the back half of the sentence to the first half. Well, who's taking the first step here? Looks like we got a branch to the left, a branch to the right. Raven is exploring, Theron is exploring, no signs of magic. All
Can't really
seems
see out of
well.
my, can't really see out of my Raven, but then I guess I wouldn't. He would just be doing his thing.
Right. should
Oh
we go-
shit.
Oh, shit.
Well, hold on right there, everybody.
Did the Raven see something?
Kind of.
I can't see out of the Raven, so.
Exactly. Are you supposed to, or?
Well, so I can't, but I could have told the Raven scout and come back if you see something. So
Right. Yeah, this would be about the point that it comes around a corner and a large metallic maw captures it for 13 piercing. Assuming a 16 hits.
I would assume so.
According to its sheet, it has a 12 AC, but I don't know if that's modified by
Nope.
familiar attributes.
Nope, I don't think so. It
Oh.
would poof out, so I'm just gonna put it at the back there.
Gotcha. So
Keep
something
going.
just
So
happened over
something's
there,
over there.
and Theron, and actually all of you can see this square right here. So
Yeah.
what you caught and heard in the snap was a large chain rattling, and exiting into this square looked like the massive bloody end of a bear trap. that just snatched right out and
Did it look like it was thrown, or did it come from the wall, or from what we can see?
It's hard to tell exactly where, if it came from a wall or a ceiling or anything, but once it snatches the bird, it then begins to retract. And you can hear, like, the chain kind of like being wheeled back in.
Looks like there might be a non-magical trap over that way if somebody would care to look at it and be careful.
Tuki instinctively shudders in his waist.
Yeah, I didn't see that Chad rolled his short rest hit dice, but it does look like the token at least updated, so that's the most important part.
I suppose I'll slowly move forward to investigate.
Slowly I turned. Roll perception checks, everybody, as Kai starts to step there, and she can see a little trail of blood dragging back across the floor over to, yep, it looks like it's right there, just kind of sitting on the floor, like any normal bear trap, except this one seems to have some kind of automation, perhaps a motion sensor, who knows, maybe it's an actual sentient monster somehow.
It's a trap.
I
Well,
see
yeah.
nothing.
Nobody sees anything, but as you all start moving over that way, Tuki starts hearing a faint click, 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 click sound from around this corner. And in fact, with that... Oh, well, if Kai's going to step around completely, let's go ahead and roll the initiative and see where we're at. Nobody would be surprised in this instance.
Oh, you did that. My bad.
Asila Tim. Wow, we rolled the exact same thing.
Yeah, I clicked initiative when you said roll initiative. I was like, okay. Like, oh, well, okay, we got the same.
I think we'll use my initiative for Chad since I got him a point better. Usually I will roll initiative for everybody. I know that's a bit of a change, but every so often the API will go down and then I'll have to have each of you click your token, go to your character sheet, roll initiative, and then I populate it.
That was just my brain being off and you saying initiative, so me clicking.
Yep. Well, Theron's got our first play here, followed by Perceptive Tuki. Let's get this in play right about... Hey, what's happening there, Terry? Hanging out in Streamland. Chad has our third initiative spot here with thankfully a bit more than 14 HP. Kai is going after that in the point position here, which thankfully she somehow beat the trap, or it is a monster. It's going on its own initiative, so this thing seems to have some kind of sentience behind it. And then, well, I would say last but not least, but that's kind of becoming tired. I would say you, as per usual, Asila Tem will go last. So, Theron, why don't you take it away here, buddy, and let us know what you got.
I'm going to move then forward over here to see what's happening. And you said that, what do you see? The jaws are where? Down here at the bottom?
Yep, that's it right there. Right there, just to your south, 20 feet. Make sure you're counting your steps, though. I don't know if you have enough movement to make it over there.
I might be winded.
Oh, Theron is at stage 4 exhaustion. It's like me when I go down the stairs to take the dogs out for a walk. I come back.
So is it, as I'm looking at it, is it like moving? Is it just a machine? Is it...
It is moving. It appears to be a bear trap that has possibly been magically animated, just like any kind of golem or animated sword, rug of smothering. It's just it seems to be a different variety of trap in that respect, and this one looks to be a bit more lethal.
All right, then
Would
I'm gonna
I-
take.
Would I have seen the magic on it then?
As it extended and drew back, I don't know if Detect Magic shows that, because I don't know how a golem would appear under the effects of Detect Magic.
Okay, that's fair.
It's possible it
Yeah, I
would.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely
It's
sure.
a
I just know it's...
magical construct, but it's a construct, so I don't know. Yeah.
Right. Like, I don't know if once it's complete, it's its own thing, because it reads as small construct.
Mhm.
But I know this thing somebody didn't just hammer and nail it together. It definitely had some magical enchantment at some point. There's just nothing on its sheet that reads magic.
Okay, that's fair. Sorry.
Oh, no worries, you're good.
All right, then I'm gonna take a swing.
Alrighty. Ow. Let's see what, if any, resistances we have. Da-da-da-da.
And I'm gonna stunning strike it.
Okay. Stupid 5e. I miss 3e sometimes. Or at least the logic of it. Okay, definitely a hit. It's a con save, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a 3! Finally, fucking Theron stunned something. Because it wasn't a Dracolich or a massive red dragon or something.
Yeah, they had plus 20 on their roll.
Yeah, exactly. And then even if they failed it, they have a legendary resistance. I'm just going to make it anyway. So that is a hit, and that is some damage, and it is in fact stunned.
All right, then I will take 2 more hits.
Alrighty. Ow. 19 AC. We are dealing with a 16 AC here, so yep. Strike for another 20. And staying put there.
I'll travel around it over to this side.
Gotcha. Well, then we will send it over to Tuki.
You said I heard clicking from there?
Correct. Yeah, just around the corner.
Alright, so yeah, then I am going to come down and investigate. It doesn't want to let me over that way.
Yeah, try to take a step down to here if you can.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unless you got locked in the wall. Sometimes that happens.
No. 5, 10, 15. Alright, so that would be 20.
Aha!
I see it. Yes.
Oh, strange.
Give me one. Alright.
I do not have line of sight through your character for some reason. Ah, that explains it.
Yeah.
There we go. Now everybody can see.
Oh, okay.
On the live stream,
Okay.
anyway.
Alright. Yeah, my see. Alright, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh on my staff and then strike at the trap.
Cool. AC 16.
Miss. What's my causes? Oh, stupid sheet won't open. I'm gonna use my Cosmic Omen to add a D6 to my attack roll.
Okay. Oh, that's a shame. It didn't build you a Shillelagh attack block in your character sheet, because normally it's just a click like any other weapon.
Yeah, I made a little macro because of it. But,
Gotcha.
so that would be a 17 to hit for 12 damage.
Sweet. Well, that's going to turn a miss into a hit, and hit point bar is dropping.
And I believe that is it. Move, bonus action, hit. Yep, I'm done.
Okie doke. Let's send it back to Chad.
All right. I think I'm going to scoot down here and see what's going on this right side.
Ah, good call there on the sage advice. You never know with 5e. I tend to lean towards the more logical side of 3e, but then sometimes I get proven wrong with the 5e mechanics as they're intended.
It's definitely a weird one that a few people say, oh,
Yeah.
sometimes yes, sometimes no, but varies kind of like, yeah, most likely not.
Gotcha.
Unless otherwise specified.
Okay. I like it.
And I'm going to fire a couple of longbow shots at this thing
Cool.
with my new and improved +2 to hit from my fighting initiate feat.
Oh.
1, 2.
Bop bop. That's 2 for 2. What kind of damage we looking at? If there's a way D&D Beyond allows you to auto-roll the damage at the same time, definitely toggle that on. Sneak attack will apply on our first one, so 16, 24 damage total. Good God. Ow! Well, that thing is, I guess it's screaming in metal.
And then I think I'm going to bonus action second wind. So I get a break speed.
Nice. Aw, minimum. Still respectable. Could have been
You
better.
gotta be kidding me.
Could have been better, but 7 is respectable. It would have been much nicer to be 16, though. Okay. End of turn there, or are you going to do any additional movement?
That's all I got.
Alright, well, let's pass it on down to Sam.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my dragon wing bow.
Okay. Well, it's stunned, so all attacks are at advantage. Oh, very cool. Okay. Which type of element are you using?
I think I'm using lightning.
Gotcha. Let me see if I can make that adjustment on your sheet, as Asilatim can't help but give a thumbs up of approval.
Yep.
Ah, here we go. Nice. Backa. Try one more example attack on that bow there. Let's see what we get. Ta-da! Alright. So first shot is good, and this thing's resistances include not lightning. So it will take full 8 damage from that. And then you have a second attack?
Why, yes I do.
Alright, get it. Another advantage strike, another hit. And we will take it. And any movement after that, or just gonna kind of chill out right there?
I'm just gonna chill out right here.
Alright. Well, let's see what, if anything, these things can do against your group. This one right here will simply activate and remove its stunned condition and end its turn. Oops.
Doesn't it end on Darren's turn?
Oh, does it? Well, either way.
Wait my turn.
Either way. It's kind of irrelevant at this point, unless somehow Theron gets a move before his turn comes up. Because I guess it would only apply if I did an attack of opportunity.
Gotta love monk shit.
Oh, for sure. My least beloved monk moment, though, was when they fought an improved aboleth. And the monk just locked it down the entire combat because I'm a big fan of, like, one big beastie against the party, and then the monk, of course, is a fan of DM doesn't get to play, DM doesn't get to play, DM doesn't get to play, and I'm just like, fuck you! Alright, the one that is in melee with the Tukester, we're gonna go a bite attack. A 14 to hit.
That will not hit.
Alrighty. Well, if that's all we got with that, let's just see how funny it looks to see one of these things bouncing around as all of a sudden the presence of this thing triggers a trap in the distance. And most of you can't help but catch a sight of a massive blast of electricity coming from somewhere down here as the thing continues forward. And we're going to take a bite on Chad.
No.
Holy shit, a 27 to hit for 12 piercing.
I'll, do you have anything for that or no?
I have a 16 AC for that.
I'll use my reaction and block all of it with my ward.
Okay. It is still a hit, so even if there's no damage, you do need to roll the dex save.
At least I'm good at those.
DC 16. Oh shit, do you have advantage somehow?
Nope.
Okay, then you have been knocked prone just by the force of this thing, even though the damage was protected by Asilatim's force field. And this thing's secondary ability is called Gnaw. If it knocks a medium or smaller target prone, it immediately makes 3 additional bite attacks against the same target and can move 5 feet, all as a bonus action.
Rip, dude.
Holy shit.
So it's going to spam 3 more bite attacks. 13 is no good, but the ensuing attacks are a 28 to hit and a natural 20 to hit. The 28 strike is going to dish out 15 piercing, and the critical will dish out 19 piercing total.
Would you allow me to push more of the ward to protect him? If it's this, is it the same attack or is it a separate attack or? Because it's my reaction to ward him. So
gotcha. I think we're both using our actions properly. Like I used my action, you used your reaction, and then I get to use my bonus action, and then you have no reaction left.
Correct.
So 34 total?
Yes, sir.
Ow.
Right. And that is it for the Gnarl Jacks, as they are known, now that we've fought them for a round or two here. Pretty
Gnarl
deadly,
jackasses.
nasty little fuckers there for challenge rating 6. Let's send it back to Asilatim here at the end of the round.
Yep, we'll go ahead just launch a little, not a real lightning bolt, but lightning bolt for a natural 20.
Good God.
That's on this guy, so that would be is that
30s.
35? Oh no, it's actually 36 points of damage because the 1 becomes a 2.
You sure it's not 37 hit points? Because otherwise I have 1 hit point left.
Ah.
I'm looking at your damage. I'm like, it's got 37. It's close. Ah.
Yeah, that's 35 and then 36. So.
Fucking hell. All right. Well, that's a nasty bit of retribution there.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Well, Theron, that's going to cycle it back over to you here. And since Theron is close enough to it, and some of us can also see it, not the most important detail in the world, but if it does become Relevant, we do have a bit of an elevation change here. It's about an 8-foot height difference as you kind of circle around this side. It slowly ramps up until you get to here, and then it's an 8-foot drop back down to the tracks.
All right, so he's still stunned until I'm done with this turn, so I'm going to unarmed strike.
All right, still at advantage. Gah! Okay, well, that's a hit, and it's got a few hit points left. Not many. Thank God it's at advantage. It has 2 hit points left at this point.
I will flurry of blows.
All right. Shit, somehow you missed. And then you hit, and that'll finish it off. And it just crumples like a normal rusted up, busted up piece of metal rusted up.
All right, and then would I happen to have seen that there's an 8 feet drop over here? So I'm gonna and jump down behind this guy right here.
Sounds good. Somehow the chain shivers in response to Theron's approach. Please don't, please don't, please don't. And ending your turn there then?
That's all I got.
Sounds good. We will send it over to the Tuki Tuki.
All right, just gonna bash this thing again.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I am also going to use a flurry of blows point.
Ooh. There we go.
All right. So
13.
yes.
Okay. It's rocking an even 10 hit points at this point here.
Okay. I believe that is it.
Sounds good.
Yep. That's all I need.
All right. Well, standing right behind you, kind of in the between a rock and a hard place. What you got there, Chad?
Well, I think I'm going to run down here while I'm throwing my bow on my back and pulling out my scimitar. Take advantage of this location of Theron, and I'm going to smack this guy a couple times.
All right.
I think those probably hit.
I'm gonna need to double check its character sheet. Hey, what's going on there, Zoidring? Good to see you, brother. Much love, much love. Double strike for 20, and yeah. Let's shunt this thing over so that I can deplete its HP, put it back where it belongs, and 2 out of 3 are gone.
Sweet. And I think I'm going to hide.
Okay.
I'll hide from this guy right up here.
Do you have a bonus action stealth or something, or just kind of metaphorically like, I'm getting the fuck out of here?
I'm a rogue.
Nice. Bonus action stealth it is. Or sleight of hand somehow. And stealth
Wrong
it up.
one.
Oh, even better. Much better. Yeah, stealth is certainly the proficiency bonus there. Kai, we'll send it over to you. Here's how stealthy Chad is. He can't even see himself anymore. It's just pitch black. Whoop.
Alright, I'm gonna run over to here. And then tell Tuki Tuki to duck.
He's probably flying up in the air. Why?
Oh, I guess
Not
that works.
Don't you know what a duck looks like?
What's that?
She said duck, and I said, no, I'm a hawk.
Wah wah.
Shoot it.
Thank you.
Well, Kai is going to come along here and dish out a strike. Wait a tick. Something's wrong with your bow. And in a way that is not helping you out. Let me fix something else here.
Oh, the damage is calculating just at her.
Yeah, it's just adding
dex
her dex
modifier.
bonus. It's just doing
Yeah.
a flat 3 plus the lightning is at least rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did roll 0.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. And I think we're gonna kick Sam into ultra badass mode here. So go ahead and take 3 shots with your new and improved damage, and we will lay all of them against this this gnarl jack over here.
All right.
Bow! Yeah. Oh, did I mention it doesn't matter if you hit or miss? It takes all the damage. Oh! Oh!
There you go.
Oh! Crunch. There we go. Well, that will successfully conclude that encounter and drop the initiative. And in the spirit of Tuesday night, now we have the Ultra Gnarl Jack. It's getting old. All right. So, yeah, what's our next play? We can continue down the tracks. We do have a passage continuing further off in this direction. Otherwise, that looks to be our 2 options.
Where's Chad? Hey, Chad, you want an energy gun instead of your bow? It does 3d8 energy damage. Because I'm not going to use it, and at least somebody with sufficient skill should be able to use it.
Well, I don't know about sufficient skill. I don't know what the proficiency is for that.
Well, nobody's proficient, so it's just a dex.
It is a kind of limited time thing as well, as once we officially incorporate the Star Wars 5e mechanics, they do kind of dial down some of the Star Wars mechanics to line them up a bit more with D&D. So blaster rifles go from 3-8 all the way down to 1-8 to where they're basically just an energy longbow.
Longbows.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense, but
Well,
Yeah.
to be honest,
if you want
I
to
like-
take advantage of that.
I like
Absolutely.
my plus 11 to shoot my bow.
Woo! Less damage, but better hit. Bow!
I did see some lightning come from down further though in the hallway, but there is the offshoot heading back. So
Yeah, Theron can make out some kind of glowing rune up here on this this big boulder alongside the tracks. Something weird about that.
Do you want me to just go check out the passageway real quick to see if there's anything down there?
yeah, that seems fine. You're fast.
Bum, 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 bum.
So I'm going this way.
Alrighty.
I have our telepathic bond thing going. So we can all talk in our head.
Theron finds a opening with nothing, another opening with nothing, and then, hi! How you doing? Let's do this! And we're gonna get another initiative.
I'm running. I turn around and run as fast as I can.
Well, I'm still rolling initiative because I got movement too. Let me get these things out of the way so I don't accidentally include them. Bum, bum, bum. Good gracious.
Theron with a low one.
Right, all the way on the bottom. Whoa, wait, no.
Using
And
inspiration.
somehow a Coelatem at the top this time. That's not right, is it?
Use an inspiration, Theron.
Yeah, I'm gonna use an inspiration.
All right. This time, click your token and roll your own initiative. This will be in your hands. Hey, something better there. At least brings you up above the foe. A little bit more. Yes. Okay. Well, all right. I mean, that's not pleasant. I don't think I could describe it any better than that. It's big and it is shrouded, ironically, in a massive suit of chain armor. And let me just double check its ability, make sure it doesn't have like some fantastic initiative I kick ass. Nope. Nope. Okie dokie. Double check, triple check.
Does Theron relay that a creature is over there like, oh shit?
Oh yeah, the first thing you'll.
Okay.
Yep.
All of a sudden, the Benny Hill theme cues as you guys just see Theron tearing ass around the corner. All right, well, we'll send it all the way over here, though, to a Coelatem, and see what you got on the first response here is, oh, Theron found something.
So I can't quite see down there, and he kind of lets out in our heads that stuff is going on, so I will head that way. And I see nothing from right here, so I'll just I'll hold a lightning bolt, not the real one, just the cantrip.
Gotcha. I'm gonna throw these baddies back where they were, just in case. The corpses.
I let you guys know that, or that the seals know that it's a bigger.
Oh, it's all of us.
Thing.
We're all.
Oh yeah, everybody. So it's a
Yeah.
little bigger. So I'm bringing it back to you. So try to stay in a bigger area. So we're not like one-on-one in a tunnel.
Gotcha. Can I adjust my movement then, or should it just be like?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Shit,
Then
dude,
I'll
you know
kinda
me.
just stay back right here.
Oh, yeah.
That way I can see it if it rounds that corner.
All right. And little does this beast know that,
I'm in danger.
okay, Chad, that's gonna go over to you here.
Well, I rolled an intelligence check there because I just wanted to make sure Chad knew what was going on with his voice in it.
Where'd this come
I think he knows. I think he understands.
I would have described to you, like, as we entered the mine, okay, this is what we're doing, because it's a ritual spell.
Keep on making tracks.
And with that, Chad doesn't see shit. So he's going to use the bonus action to dash.
Okay.
Still not seeing shit. He's just going to stand right there.
Your intelligence check was good enough. Go this way with your dash.
Oh, well, thank
If you want to get closer to it, if you're trying to set up an ambush back here like where a Coelatem is, you might be in the perfect spot, because if we're going to try to drag it out to like here, that's cool. But you also see over here, there's also some potential larger ground you might be able to get it. So you're a rogue, though. You got a little bit extra movement to play around with.
I'm just going to stay right there. Just see what there is.
All right. And Theron is somehow going to run all the way around the map and end up behind it over here. Go ahead, buddy.
I can run on walls, so I could actually do that.
Oh, actually, well, then you wouldn't need to run all the way around the map. You would just need to kind of run 10 feet behind it.
Is this the first person I run into?
Yes, indeed. Your new buddy, Chad.
Chad, we are backing up to the group because there's something big and nasty up there.
Did it see you?
Oh yeah, it saw me. I'm going to just move Chad with me, so I'll grab him.
Yeah, you are certainly strong enough to affect that, assuming Chad is not resisting. He gets a free lift 30 feet or so to the east.
And technically, I still had an action that I didn't use.
Oh, very true. Could have just readied that for a move in response to that, or held your action until after Theron's turn, at which point you move now, or he carries you along. Multiple ways to the same end.
And then I will hold here, so when he comes, I can get an attack with the unarmed strike.
Okay.
Are you going to put me down first?
Yeah, I'll drop you.
Well, that's going to bring it over to Kai's turn.
I'm gonna move a little bit more south so I have a little more right there so I can see a little better when everything starts happening.
Okay.
That's pretty much it for me.
Alrighty. We will have Dom take his turn now then.
Okay. I cannot see anything down that way. I'm just gonna move myself back a little bit to give myself a little bit of space. And I will prepare an action to hit it with a guiding bolt once I see it.
Okay. Well, the beast's turn has come at last. I don't need your pity potion. Well, this thing unleashes a mighty roar in response to Theron's presence. It's just a bit of a delayed reaction because Theron is already all the way back here preparing his assault against this thing. Roll perception checks for the whole group, please. Good times. I will not.
Those eagle eyes.
Fucking A. Mythwolf, or rather Theron and Tuki Tuki are perceptive enough that after the bellow of this creature, they hear what sounds like the tearing and rending of solid stone. And from your previous adventuring experiences, you're pretty sure this thing just burrowed.
Well, damn.
They're under the ground! We're going to send it all the way back to Asilatim here, as the thing does not just burst out in the middle of all of you, or anywhere else for that matter that you can see. It sounds like it burrowed into the ground or the wall somewhere, and now who knows where the hell it is.
Okie dokie. Is any of that relayed? If not, I
Grant
will-
and Dom, that's up to you.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll relay it that it sounded like it burrowed under the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say something to Kai if you say something to the other ones.
is it? Well, like, again, it's group chat, so it's not like one-on-one. It's group chat.
Right, yeah, everybody can speak telepathically
Yeah.
to each other.
Don't. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. Everyone's on group chat. Don't try to.
Yellow is orange, blue
Yeah.
is red. Before you take your turn here, though, let me send it to like a 1 minute BRB. I'm going to run out and grab a water, and then I will be right back.
For sure.
Yeah, that didn't sound good.
Yeah,
Do we have
I
anything
assume
to
this thing's
counter
gonna try to
that?
pop up between us. So
Does anybody have anything to counter that?
it burrowing. I mean, it depends on if it burrowed to like dig itself into it where it was. Like, haha, you guys are gonna come back and I'll get you, or if it burrowed to give chase. I mean, either way, I can't really do much for that, but it depends on that for how we would fight it.
Yeah, I don't. And should we? At what point do we say, "Let's go check it out again"?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it kind of depends on you guys seeing if you can hear anything.
In my experience, things that burrow rely on tremor sense. So if we can have somebody make a whole bunch of noise and be the place that it attacks,
Pops out.
I'm back. Go ahead with your turn.
So him saying that it burrowed, I'm thinking it's either A, burrowing in place to lay a trap, or B, burrowing to come pop out between us. So I'm kind of just gonna spread us out a little and move up here, thinking it's gonna come down where all the sound is. How heavy did those metal bear trap, what were they, the gnarl jacks look like?
They definitely got some heft. Yeah, they're at least 25, 30 pounds.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna try anything with those. I will just go ahead, hold my action again for lightning bolt cantrip.
All
See
right.
if it comes our way.
That will send it over to Mr. Adair.
I am going to move at half speed, dash at half speed, so I can move stealthily.
All right.
You want me to roll a stealth?
Yes, indeed.
Make sure I roll stealth
go down
instead
that
of
way.
sleight of hand.
Oh, very good. Here's one little trick. I'm not sure how familiar with Roll20 you are. If you open your token, the little circle icon below that will actually open up the icon menu. And there's a lot of different icons you can use for a variety of effects. If you hover over them, it'll show you what they mean. You don't necessarily have to use the correct one, because none of us have memorized the icon menu. But things like the ninja mask are kind of an obvious stealth icon, so stuff like that I'll have players tack onto their character. Especially if,
enough.
like, we end a combat mid-game and we come back 2 weeks later, oh, what effects did I have on me, etc. That's a very helpful way of tracking.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to hold my bow attack until something pops up that I need to shoot.
Okay. We will have Theron all the way back then.
I'm gonna stay in place and hold, still waiting to see what happens, trying to see if I can sense anything, hear anything, or feel anything.
Roll perception. Yeah, you have no idea where this thing is.
And that's it. I'll just sit here and wait.
All right. Kai, over to you.
So since I'm standing right next to this thing, like, should I, like, pick it up and throw it and maybe cause some tremors that way? What do you guys think?
I think that's not a bad idea. I'd throw it towards Baron. Sorry, Baron.
Roll an attack roll. Ow! Why?
Towards, not at. Towards.
Yeah, just right in front.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna move a couple steps behind it. And then, how would I pick that up? Would I do... Is it, like, super heavy, or is it just, you know...
It's like 25, 30 pounds or so you could definitely lift it and just, I would say roll an athletics check with it, and then just ping whichever square you want to toss it to, and I'll move the thing over there.
Alright.
Oh no! And with a mighty swing, you somehow clock Chad with it.
Drops it on her own foot.
Ah!
Ow!
The shot putter who loses it the wrong way.
So yeah, you basically pick it up and drop it right back in the same square that you got it from.
That was not my intention. I'm sorry, guys.
That's horrible too, considering you have a +5 bonus to it.
I know, right?
It's like in the gamers when the barbarian comes up and tries to rip the gate out of the wall and he tears his back. And then the archer steps up with his 6 strength and rolls a natural 20 and he just rips the iron gate out of the wall.
And then I think I'm just gonna ready my bow for whatever happens after that.
Alright. Tukey, that's back to you.
How high is the roof in this place?
It is 20 feet high.
Oh, really?
Pretty much throughout all of this. It's a pretty high mine, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, then I am going to fly up 10 feet and prepare guiding bolt to shoot it if it appears.
Alright. Okay. And the Juggernaut will do its thing. The Juggernaut! And we'll send it over to Asilatim.
Sorry, Discord decided to crash there. I was like, what the heck, Discord? He said guiding bolt, and then I lost it. My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. The Juggernaut thing did something, and now it's over to you.
Okay. Do we get any sense of where it may be yet, or...?
You can all roll perception. It has not unburrowed itself, so there's no obvious sounds coming from the west or the south.
Nope, as usual, not super perceptive.
Yep. Even Chad got a respectable perception check there, and he's just like, I don't know, this thing could be anywhere. Likewise for For Kai, for Theron, yeah, this thing apparently once underground, it's a pretty stealthy bugger.
I think we stick to our plan of luring it, but at the same time, I don't know if it's just staying where it is, so wait and see, I guess.
Tremors, the D&D version.
Are the
Who's
rails?
going to move?
Are the rails for the track? Are they metal and wood?
They are.
So I can bang on it with my quarterstaff.
Yes, you could.
And I'll just hold my action with the lightning bolt again.
Okay. Let's kind of we're gonna keep the same initiative, but we're gonna drop the current sequence here and just kind of plan out as a group here what we're doing, because this thing is it's doing its thing, and if we continue ticking it off one person at a time, we could spend the rest of the session just waiting.
Let me bang on the tracks for a minute to see if we can get some response, and then if that doesn't work, I'll head back in to see what's going on.
I think that's a good plan.
It's as good as anything else that we've come up with so far.
There's always just moved down this shaft going south.
There was a lightning trap, I believe, so be careful that way. I would not go any further than where you or Chad is.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, there's a ruin, you could barely see it down there that's blue.
Yeah. It hit the one chain thing with lightning, so I be careful going that way. So I think I could probably dispel it. But I say we try to lure this beast out first. We don't want it behind us.
Are we talking a figurative or a literal minute, like 10 rounds of banging on this thing, or are we just gonna kind of clank on it a few minutes?
This one, yeah, like a minute of like I'll bang it on the tracks for a second.
Well,
Like,
okay. Let's say about 45, 50 seconds later, we do indeed get a response. And, Larger, yep, that doesn't help. This is going to be a kind of a contradiction, as I know we have a plethora of readied actions. I do also have a terrain advantage in my respect. You can't fire at me until you can see me, and the act of me attacking is going to be what allows you to see me. So one of you is getting attacked, and then I'm going to get a barrage at me, is how I imagine this going down. Hi!
Oh God! Who knew?
Yep, it does in fact appear right here. It just happens to have a very slow burrowing speed, so it took a moment. And unfortunately, it does not seem to rely on tremor sense so much as blind sight, as it doesn't appear you've really thrown it off of its game at all. But Theron has definitely gotten its attention, as it is going to just tear out of the ground with both claws, and we're going to take both of those simultaneously at Theron. I think we got a hit and a miss. Oh shit, it triggered 3 times. Ignore the last one. You can only see it if you're watching live on Twitch. You can see behind my GM screen. The 19 to hit looks like it's a point shy. The 26 to hit will dish out 13 slashing.
I will take it.
And then I'm going to put the turn order back in play here. Actually, that's wrong. There we go. A little better. Okie dokie. And let's just recycle the initiative back from the top. So, Asilatem, actually go ahead and take your ready to action first.
Yep.
Ow!
22 to hit. And that would be for 14 points of lightning damage if it hits.
Definitely a hit. Guess I could be proven wrong, but I would be shocked if it had an AC like that. Nope.
I would be too, but
Yeah, its AC is a 15. A strike for lightning, and just a bit of thematic effect. Whoever dressed this thing up in chainmail did not do it any favors for being blasted with a lightning shock there. Is roll an extra 2d6. And it takes 19 damage, in fact.
well, actually, it's a 14. I mean, if we're the 13 is definitely a 14.
Oh,
I leave
okay.
it up to you whether that additional 1 becomes a 2.
Gotcha. Yeah, might
Because
as
all
well.
my lightning is like any 1s become 2s.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. So yeah, it'll actually
Yeah.
take 2
21.
extra points of damage beyond that. Looks like blackjack then. And that'll bring up Chad's ready to action.
All right. Fire, fire.
Yes, indeed. Fire! Fire! Oh! Thankfully the 15 hits, but the natural one is just going to send an arrow thudding into the rock right here.
Well, and luckily I've got Theron within 5 feet of him, so I do get my sneak attack on top of that.
Absolutely. Ow! 19 damage. Come on, guys. Save me some hit points. And we're just going to skip Theron's action, because that's too brutal. My bad. Go ahead, take your ready to action.
All right, so I will step. Is there something right there? It looks like there's like a pole.
Yeah, it's a support pillar. So you can maybe like kind of wedge your way around the back of it. You just might have to do like this, if that's what you're looking at. There
Yep,
you
that's
go.
what I'm looking at right there. So I'll just slide around the back of it, get my little shell in there,
Okay.
and then I will take my attack.
Ow.
And that'll be a stunning strike.
Okay. Feet don't fail me now. This thing only has Constitution. A natural 20, a 31 on its con save. I will be killed, but I will not be stunned.
All right, then I will hit again.
All right. No. Well, thank God for flank advantage.
Yep. And then I get one more shot.
Okay. And that's also a hit, so another 21 points of damage. Okay. This thing is getting quartered and dollared very quickly here. Ain't no nickel and diamond.
And then that's it for me.
Kai, how about your ready to action?
I'm gonna go ahead and do the good old age old.
Oh, a near miss. I think you have some HPTV bonuses though, if you want to spend a hero point, or if you have something other on your character sheet, so you don't have to spend that. Totally an option. Nice.
Oh, there's quite a few on my character sheet.
Bop. That will hit, and that's gonna drop it by another chunk.
Does the lightning do anything extra?
It sure does. In this case, an extra 2d6. Zop, zop. Oh, gosh. This thing's like, remember a second ago when I was at full health? Tuki. Ready to action.
Yep, guiding bolt.
Oh, God!
Nice.
1 second. Okay. And it tries to take a oh, actually, yes, it does have this ability. Huh. Okay then. That's Not often we're going to run into something like this, but pretty badass. I am at 0 hit points. And this thing seems to have entered Ultra Berserker Rage I Feel No Pain mode. I am on a ticking clock like the villain in The World Is Not Enough, where I have a bullet slowly entering through my brain that will eventually kill me. But you guys could dish out 9 natural 20s on me for a combined 1,000 points of damage, and I will still keep coming. So I'm going to bite Theron for a 27 for 12 piercing. And that will conclude its turn here as we pass it over to Asilatim's turn.
Do I know what kind of weird construct creature thing this is that it's still alive?
It's not a construct at all. It's
Well,
a
whatever
very
it is.
it's very much a living monstrosity. It just seems to be in ultra rage mode now. Basically, mechanically, it will not die until something it does happens, which will require it to get its next initiative.
Banishment. You have to do a DC 18 charisma save.
Charisma. Oh man, this thing's gonna bust out its comb, and it's gonna put on its finest
Pretty
duds,
sure it's charisma.
and it's gonna roll a damn fucking badass considering I have a -4, but a 13 still ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, it's definitely a charisma save, so it's banished.
It is native to this plane, so it is banished to
So
a
it
harmless demi-plane, incapacitated, remains there for a minute. After the minute, when it returns, it is indeed dead.
You're like, it'll return shortly, but just give it a moment. Its rage will be dead and it'll die too, I think.
This thing has what is known as ferocity. If you're peeking behind my GM screen, when the Dogmole Juggernaut is reduced to 0 hit points, it doesn't die until the end of its next turn. And it was its first turn that triggered it somehow dropping to 0 hit points. So it had a whole other round of initiative before it would have died. That's why it was so crazy that was like, yeah, you guys can all hit it right now. But by the mechanics of it, it's not going to die until next round.
Interesting.
So, banishing it, definitely a fair play to get it out of the way, and we will drop the turn order there. Yep, that's gone. And proceed from here.
Is there... So you said it had chainmail on it. Is the chainmail magical, or what's...
It's not
going on
magical. It's actually kind of janky. Like, it looks like the
Okay.
chainmail was put on this thing like years ago, and it's never been taken off. Like, this thing probably did not have a very happy existence.
Gotcha.
In a way, running into your group was a bit of a mercy.
Well, I couldn't see what was past it. Do we want me to run back down in the tunnel and see what's happening through where I found it the first time?
I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. We can be prepared again if something were to come out. Is there another spot we can move ahead to ambush any creatures in a similar fashion, or?
No, this is probably the best area. The rest is pretty small once you get into the tunnel.
Okay. I think it's a good idea with your speed, as long as you can get away from any creature that you might
Yeah, I should be able
piss
to.
off.
And I'm stealthily looking as I go this way.
Okay. All seems clear.
As he's running about, I'm going to replenish my shield.
Hold on right there a moment. Roll perception there, Grant.
be careful about going too far as well. You wouldn't want to get too far away from us. They say over the telepathic bond.
No, I won't go too far.
If you're peeking behind my screen, you see I keeps it legit. Oh boy. Okie dokie. Of course, if you've got an awesome armor class, it might not matter.
How long does Pass Without a Trace last?
Was it a minute?
It's longer than a minute.
think
it's a
it's
travel
either
spell.
10
I think
minutes
it's an
or
hour
hour.
or so.
An hour? Oh,
Yeah, I
good
think
God.
it's an
1
hour.
hour. I mean, we've only been we had 2 fights, so we're talking this is like 5 to 10 minutes in.
At the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an hour.
So you'd be still concentrating on that. So your stealth is 36.
Did you ever
Yeah.
roll concentration checks against the damage you took? I'm sure you'll make it, but
Ooh,
I don't
no.
recall if you ever did.
No, I did not.
Constitution saves, I think there would be 2 of them. Probably not an insane DC. That looks good. That looks good as well.
And don't forget to heal your tier 3 hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay. Especially
That
like
would-
whenever you
yeah.
move, like assume movement is kind of a turn, I would think.
Okay, so that's gonna take care of that. Nope. Okay, then as you were. I got nothing for you, and that includes on both sides of the die. You didn't see me, and I didn't see you.
All right, I'll just like. I'll just get into this bigger room, and it looks like the passage still keeps going, and I'm not going any farther into a passage.
Okay.
So then I'll go back to the group.
Sounds good.
I'll just say it keeps going, but I'm pretty far in here right now.
Okay. If
Like we might be
I-
able to avoid the lightning trap if we go this way. Or we go down the tracks a little bit and see what happens with that.
Yeah. Where exactly did I see the bear trap get hit with lightning? Is that right here?
I don't think anybody even saw it because I was peeking through all of your lines of sight, and all of these pillars here just kind of created a wall of black. It was more of a flash from
Okay.
this direction that it seemed to originate from.
Gotcha. So we didn't see the actual impact spot of when it got hit. We just saw the
Correct.
flash.
Correct.
It's 35 feet away. I'm going to go ahead, move 30 feet away.
It's a trap!
Dex save.
It rolls it automatically for you as part of it. Does all of that appear, or is it just for me?
Oh, Dex save. Okay, yeah.
Yep. It's a auto macro. It rolls your save and applies the damage all in one.
Gotcha.
And yeah, there is a massive charge of electricity from this blue rune here that strikes 35 feet out at Tasilatim, and the rune continues to glow.
Okie doke. I take no damage and it hits my shield, and I'm going to straight up dispel it.
Okay.
At 3rd level.
Okay. 3rd level, we're going to need a roll.
Okie doke.
I don't get no toes.
And this is also including my proficiency because
Yeah.
of this guy. And that would be plus Thor. just roll really bad at
What the fuck is that? That's the same thing as if you'd. That's worse than if you'd cast it naturally. Good God, you only.
I'm gonna go ahead and use an inspiration again.
All right. Oh, come on!
Even worse. Can I use the first roll and use a minor?
Might as well. Just roll. Yeah, I was gonna say roll better than a 1.
Yeah, so it'd be 16 if we're going off the first roll.
There is a noticeable discharge of magic. The rune itself still appears to be glowing and magical, but it doesn't seem like the trap aspect of it is still here.
Sorry, say that. So the trap is now gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Seems that you've dispelled the trap, but somehow the rune is still present.
Well, I thought the trap would trigger further with line of sight, not a physical trap right here, but is what it is, I guess. I think was it like a plate, or was it literally line of sight? Does it seem like? If I look down, like.
There's no plate on the floor at all.
Okay.
It seems that the rune kind of senses unauthorized presence in this passage and will blast anything accordingly. Otherwise, if you've got your badge, your chip, whatever the case is, you can probably just pass unmolested.
Okay. So it's disarmed right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to find out more about the rune until you get right up on it. But
Yeah.
thankfully, the electricity is gone, so getting up on it seems to be a possibility now.
I'm going to dig into my bag of holding and pull out one of those armor suits. And is there any sort of authorization chip or something, like identity marker, that it would possibly let us buy, assuming possible future traps like this?
Roll investigation.
Natural 20.
You spend a good 10-15 minutes or so and uncover a little hidden access point on the inside of the armor up against the breastplate, where there is something inside of there, indeed. The only catch is that the chip is not removable. It's only active when it's part of the armor, and the armor is only active when one is wearing it.
Okay, so this armor right here that we got from those troopers outside, it'll deactivate traps like this, but somebody has to wear this armor. So it'll should automatically authorize whoever is wearing it through things like this, and I would imagine that there's going to be more checkpoints, if you will. So it might be something we want to put on as a disguise. We do have 3 suits.
Well, I can't wear the armor.
Is that
I don't think
medium
my
armor?
wings will fit inside it.
What kind of armor is this actually? Like, is it like, I know I listed like
Power.
power armor, but it's not like super power armor, right? It's just like
Correct. It is a armor proficiency beyond heavy armor,
heavy. Yeah.
but it's not like it's definitely not Colonel Starr's AC 25 plus 8 to all my attributes, advantage on all my saves, power armor.
Yeah. So I don't know if any of us can utilize this, but if somebody can, it would allow us through things like this. So something to think about, if nothing else.
What proficiency would that be?
It is armor proficiency powered, which likely does not exist in the SRD, so it is a feat that one would have to take and manually add on to their sheet.
Okay, I can't then.
Yeah, not reactively right now. If somebody happened to be a space trooper who already came in with that, then more than likely. But I don't know that we have a lot of our characters in that boat.
And there's no way to get this out of there because it's powered via the suit, correct?
Correct. I mean, yeah, you can easily remove the chip. It just has no effect unless it's attached to the armor, because the armor is powering the chip. And then, of course, the armor doesn't turn on until the biometrics are recognized by the person wearing it.
I'm proficient in space vehicles, just not space armor.
Oh yeah, he can pilot the shuttle, but don't make him go evac.
Would you allow me to reduce my for temporary for this purpose, reduce my arcane ward by a couple points to power it? Like attach it to my just wear it as a lapel pin thing. And then use like so many points of my arcane ward to power it.
What is your maximum points?
30.
I would say charge it with 10, and we could probably do that.
Okay. So actually, thinking about this, I believe I can utilize the chip outside of the armor, but it will cost me some protection. So, I'll, because that took, you said 15 minutes or like 10 to 15 minutes of looking at the power armor? And
Correct. Yeah, even with the natural 20, it was like, man, this thing is like elaborate, intense, I gotta take it all apart, kind of deal.
Okay, so if you give me another minute, I can, I should be able to see how this works. So take a minute and recharge my ward. It'll go up to 20, and then it would also have 10 points charging it.
Okay.
I don't know if somebody's going to do something during the 15-20 minutes that time. So
Sure. If not, we proceed as a group. If so, then do what you're gonna do.
Has anybody got a healing potion handy that I could snag?
I'll give you. Where are you at? I'll give you 2 superiors, which are 8d4 plus 8.
8d4 plus 8. So 16d4 plus 16.
Yep.
$12, 24, 37, 38 plus 16, 54.
Pretty good.
So, if nothing else, I'll then
Hey, look at that.
approach this thing and see how it reacts to the charged chip.
Right now, there's no reaction at all, and it doesn't seem like you've. What is your passive perception?
1.
That explains it. Maybe if Theron moves up a little closer. Oh, I guess it's just not triggering correctly, but there should be an auto response as you get right up next to it. This basically appears to be a permanently placed access point for a variety of magical effects, be they traps, potentially even a restorative point could be permanently placed here. and the natural magical permanence that has been placed here will kind of enhance that effect, essentially locking it into position here. So in this case, somebody put a lightning bolt trap that will then be permanently placed here. It doesn't seem that there's any way to remove the rune itself. The effect that is placed upon it is subject to the normal rules of magical dispelling, but as this appears to be a plus 9th level effect, i.e. epic magic, this is definitely something that if maybe even Colonel Stars people didn't put it here, it might have been something that's been here long before.
Oh, magic.
Yeah.
Well, it does look like... What is this over here?
What is? Oh, it's just an empty mining cart.
Oh, okay.
It's since it's lost its wheels, and they just kind of
Gotcha.
toss it over there.
Well, hopefully this thing will prevent other traps like that from triggering and get us into something, but do we want to continue this way, or... Oh, what the hell's that?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh crap!
Oh, we know what that is.
Is that a Nexu thingy?
It's a displacer beast.
Oh, okay.
With a golden displacer beast.
Yeah.
Ooh, pretty.
Right.
Until it kills us.
And it's not the epic conclusion that we have for a lot of our games, but this will be our little mini cliffhanger here. We did have a shorter session tonight. Apologies for that. Hopefully, my sleeping schedule will be a little bit more stable next week. This week has just been ridiculous already. But I'm going to send it to our ending bit here, and thank you for a great Monday here so far, and hope the rest of it goes well. We will be back tomorrow night. J-Man's campaign against the Serpents. He is looking for, I think, 1 or 2 extra players. So if anybody's looking for a set table in that respect, definitely hit him up. Check out the J-Man Tuesday channel and reach out to him. He is an excellent GM, and I am having a blast playing in his campaign. I have not played a character in a long, long time. Big week, though. Wednesday, we are back once again to find out the conclusion of the Dragon Horde that we've all been kind of divvying through for the last couple weeks in our channel. And Friday, Enemir is on hiatus this week. I think I might actually move it to the alternate week, because now with the way things have kind of settled, it looks like all the games are in one week, and then the other week is kind of a dead week. So we're going to shake things around, even that out. Sunday, of course, I'm back with G1 and G2. We're going to find out sessions 5, I think, for both of those groups. So a lot more coming there. Definitely keep up with us on the Discord channel. I know it's a lot, but it is all connecting us into one major storyline, and it's going to be a lot of fun as we build this up towards the fall and winter here of 23. It is meant to be a 1-year story for all of these tables here, or for most of them. I know some of them didn't start until June or July. But I will pass it over to you guys now. Get your impressions on tonight's session before we close it out entirely.
Fun as always.
That was a blast.
Yep. Pretty good.
Great time.
Yeah, I know we're a little shorter on time tonight, and we didn't get as much hacking and slashing as we did, but always fun to explore a new area, and perhaps more particularly to see how the different groups explore different areas, like sending the Raven in first and having it get annihilated by the trap, but then doing a fair job ourselves against the trap, laying the trap for the Dogmold Juggernaut. That was a lot of fun to have a beast fall that quickly, and then also have its special ability nullified. Damn it! But it did cost a banishment spell, so perhaps that will bite us later on if we're unable to find a shorter or long rest before we come.
I'll go ahead and use my long rest button, by the way, since it's the end of the month. Now that you say that.
Damn it! As usual, I've said too much. I will bid you all a fond farewell for this evening, friends. We will catch you next time around. Until then, I come from downtown, born and ready for you, armed with skill and its frustration, and grace too. Peace out, friends.
Have a great night, everybody.
Have a good one.
Good night.
Night.